Right then, it's a quick walk around video, and for a car we've never come across before. It's actually come in as a part exchange to us. Chap's bought a Lexus from us. It's a really lovely car, I have to say. Rare because it's the mileage really. It's on 130,000 miles, which we don't normally sell on, but it's just too good. It's been serviced, I think, 12 or 13 times. With lovely service history. It drives beautifully, you'll find out in the following road test video. And again, in really good condition, belies the age and mileage. The only giveaway, you've got a bit of speckling on the front air dam from stone chips over the years. But I'm being really fussy. Bonnet, hardly anything. I mean, there is the odd chip, but we're talking minuscule. Again, the same little bit on the bottom there as well. Side of the car, very clean in the panels. Alloys are very good. Panel works lovely. It's a lovely sunny day, by the way, but I'm parked in the shade because videos are hopeless because they're too glary. That's the reason it's in the shade, and for no other reason. Go around the back, again, all very, very clean. The offside, driver's side of the car, again, for the age and mileage, ridiculously clean, I have to say. And there will be the odd age-rated mark that I haven't picked up on, but in all honesty, it looks more like a car that's kind of half the mileage it's done. Coming to the boot area, good sized boots, and again, it's been kept very well. It's coming to the back now, and this is where you normally see a lot of heavy wear, especially this kind of mileage. In all honesty, back doesn't look like it's been used an awful lot. Onto the passenger side, and all very clean. Passenger seat there again, looks virtually factory fresh. It's coming on the front, driver's door card, very clean indeed. And driver's seat, for the mileage it's done, I have to say, very, very impressive. Inside the car now, engine's running as I always do through this section of the video. Dashboard again is in super condition. Information display with the camera, sorry, the radio and everything up there. Can't reverse, you can see the rear parking camera working exactly as intended. It really has been kept in really lovely condition. We come to the main binnacle, hopefully you can see 130,823 miles, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all whilst in operation. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual, pack and lock and all that keys, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Kia Ceed, and it's the Ceed 2 1.6 diesel, registered LA68LNH, and with a mileage of 130,823 recorded. The reason we do all of our videos is really for cars like this, cars that come in as a part exchange, especially ones which have done a few more miles. The reason being is that we want to ensure that if anyone sees any of the cars we're advertising, they get to see the very car actually in operation. Like far too many people, we've been to see cars which have looked perfectly good in photographs or description, but only to get them find out there's an obvious fault that shows up when you drive the car, which can be hugely annoying. We also do it on these very quiet country roads in this absolutely beautiful part of Gloucestershire, and this forms part of the road test route we take our customers on. And hopefully it will then be representative of what you'd feel yourself if you went on a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, clearly not our usual thing. We specialise in Honda and Lexus. This has come in as a part exchange to us. And I have to say, it's not completely changed my mind about Kia possibly. I can't judge it on one car, I know, but massively impressive. Ordinarily this car would just be sent straight off to auction. Obviously high mileage, you'd expect it to have a few sort of glaring issues, but it doesn't. It drives beautifully, mostly because clearly it's done the mileage very quickly, and also it's been so well looked after mechanically. Engine starts instantly and settles to a lovely smooth even idle. Temperature gauge is running at just under a half, which according to Google is exactly where it's meant to be on one of these. But a very, very, very nice diesel, I have to say. Clearly very economical. He was averaging sort of 60-ish plus to the gallon when I checked the trip meter last. but it's actually just the way it drives. It is very, very smooth and quiet. It's one of the nicest diesels I've actually sat behind, and that's high praise indeed, because we like to think that Honda makes some of the best engines in the world, and they do. Whoops, sorry, just an off.
Good afternoon, it's yours.
Some traffic information coming on. But yeah, this is a really lovely unit. It's just how refined it is the most impressive part. But it pulls really well. It's keen to rev, gets up and goes. Lots of oomph to it, as you expect of any diesel. But yeah, can't fault it. It just sounds so smooth. You'd never ever believe it done the miles it had done in so many ways. Engine then feeds into the clutch and gearbox. Clutch on the car, again, incredibly smooth, light, positive. Bite point's perfectly good. Can't fault it. And then we come to 6-speed manual gearbox, which I've driven Kias of old, which have had really, I have to say, I never liked the gear changes. Clunky, disconnected feel. This is slick. Really nice gear change, short and throw, lovely engagement. It feels absolutely as tight as a drum. In terms of the gear change, there's no slack, there's no bulking, nothing at all. Very, very pleasant indeed, I have to say. And then coming on to the steering and chassis. Clearly the car, I'd say, has been set up more for comfort than anything else, and that's not a bad thing at all, by the way. But the steering, again, unlike cars of past which have felt quite lifeless, disconnected, actually has some weight to it. It's accurate and precise. It works nicely with the chassis. They combine well together. So it's got one of these things where it controls your steering, which is a function I don't like on cars, I have to say. It tracks absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed, or any speed up to the legal limit actually. And the ride is very compliant, very, very comfortable. You can just, if you just want a car to get you from A to B really comfortably, it does a fantastic job of it. And again, just going back to Kias of old that I used to know, they would initially be quite comfortable but feel quite crashy after a while. But the body control would be a little bit loose and wallowy, but it all feels very tight. And the same goes for the suspension itself in terms of wear, because I can't detect any. There's no rattles, there's no clonks, nothing from underneath the car. It just feels incredibly tight. The brakes themselves, fantastic, powerful, strong brakes on the car. No pulsing, no vibrations coming back through the brake pedal. So all in very, very good order indeed, actually. And then we come inside. Relatively modern interior, so you've got kind of this sort of information screen set up nice and high, but looks one of the easier ones to navigate your way through. What is very, very impressive, I have to say, is the build quality. Again, comes on leaps and bounds. The good old days, they'd look okay, but they'd feel very lightweight to the touch, but this feels substantial. There's absolutely no creaks, no squeaks, no rattles from the interior. Cliched as it sounds, you could easily be sat in a car done a quarter of the miles and still think it drove absolutely perfectly. It really is very, very impressive, I have to say. Climate control system that pumps out nice cold air, tried it earlier. Dash binnacle in front. Actually, it's got kind of almost like the old Alfa Romeo style dials, the kind of the way they look at you, but nice detailing. Nice crisp information imparted to you. I like the sort of red needles for the gauges. It's really impressive. The point of the video, as I said at the start, is literally just to pick up on any issues which there might be with the car. I can find nothing at all. Quite the contrary, in fact, completely bowled over by it. Really, really impressive car, this. As always, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call.